Good evening. I'm John Kelly from Kelly's Package Store in Dalton, and I'm happily joined this evening by Allison Peters, Executive Director of the Dalton CRA. And we ducked in out of a snowstorm to film this segment at Dalton Community Cable. And we really wanted to talk this evening about the upcoming Light Up the Holidays festivities that are going on in town, and also give Allison a chance to catch us up on what's going on at the Dalton CRA. So Allison, first and foremost, why don't we see what's going on at the Dalton CRA?
Okay. Well, we're always very busy, especially at this time of the year. Right now we have the Crane paper sale has been extended, and right now we have out all of our Christmas stationery and paper. We have note cards for gifts and things like that. So it's just a little boost to our fundraiser that we have in the summertime. And it's timely for people that want to send out their cards. So we have that going right now. This coming weekend, December 2nd and 3rd, we have the coat drive, and people can drop off their coats this week. And then we are open on Saturday and Sunday. People can come in and pick up coats free. It's a swap.
Great.
Or you can just come grab a coat if you need one. Open to the public.
Good.
Anyone. So.
Good stuff.
Yeah. We have things in conjunction with Light Up the Holidays. I don't know if you want to start talking about Light Up the Holidays, but we're having a visit with Santa on that Sunday. And it's open to the public, it's free, and kids can come, spend a little time talking to Santa. Mom and Dad can get some great pictures. It's a really nice opportunity for the family to come on out and see Santa.
Great, and I understand it's being underwritten by Berkshire Money Management this year, and that we're going to do something a little different and try to do a little more of a diversity type of day,
right,
to broaden horizons in the community somewhat.
Yep.
So we're working with Berkshire Money Management on that project, and also Berkshire Health Systems has a diversity group at the hospital that is going to work with us, I think, on making it an interesting day. But I know
right,
there's coloring books and crayons and
yep,
snacks.
There'll be a reading corner.
Nice.
So we're going to have all kinds of stories from around the world.
Nice.
We'll also have some coloring and coloring pages that'll introduce kids to how different people celebrate the holidays at this time of the year. So just to try to give them a little different perspective on how other people celebrate, as well as our kind of traditional holidays around here. I
think that's great. It should be an eye-opener and should be a lot of fun. Any idea what kind of snacks you might have? I'm a big fan of snacks.
Yeah. Going to try to keep it not too messy.
Okay.
We'll be looking at, some drinks like apple cider, some cookies, pretzels, some things to keep it a little healthy, and something sweet to go along with it. But
so it's a party with Mr. and Mrs. Claus. That's great.
Yes.
Should be fun.
Yeah, and some elves.
Nice. Elves always are a big help,
yeah,
especially cleaning up when the cookies hit the floor. That'll be nice.
Give them the vacuum.
Or these the skedaddle type elves that just go on when you need them.
No, these are great elves.
Great.
They're really good helpers.
Great. Our week of festivities really has expanded now. We're into our 23rd year of Light Up the Holidays. And we've expanded some other opportunities. And one of them is this weekend, December 2nd, from 10 to 5, and Sunday, December 3rd, from 10 to 3. It's the Alchemy Initiative Homemade Holiday Festival at the Stationery Factory. It's our second year doing it in Dalton. Last year was a huge, huge hit. And I think this year they're bringing in a lot more vendors. So it's kind of kicking off a week's festival in Dalton with Light Up the Holidays. And I think if you get a chance to come out to that, I know there's food, there's all kinds of handmade arts, crafts. Highly recommend getting there. I know we're going to be there doing some sampling and some gift baskets, and I think people should be excited about it. We're looking forward to it.
I went to it last year. It was fantastic. I'm looking forward to going to it again this year.
Oh, it's a great program to have in the Stationery Factory. Again, I want to thank Steve Sears for allowing us to get those things in the community. And before I forget, Allison, I really have to thank Dalton Community Cable for allowing us on this snowy evening to sit here and throw the bowl around, talking about what's going on for the holidays. But Dalton Community Cable has been a big supporter of our programs for many, many years, and If you've seen the programs on TV, they're out on snowy nights, rainy nights, filming all of these programs, and I really want to appreciate what they do, and also ask people, if they get a chance, these people are doing this without any sponsorship from the town of Dalton. So if you feel compelled to get behind what these people are doing, feel free to get a donation to them or find a way to get out and help, because I think it only makes our community stronger when we get more information out to the public. So shout out to those guys.
Right. Doing a great service to us all.
Absolutely. Also, this year on Wednesday evening, December 6th, we're doing a special Christmas reading at the Dalton Public Library. Rob is going to be there, and we're going to have guest readers come in and read some great Christmas stories for the kids. And I think they're looking to do a few treats for the kids also, and just kind of have a little celebration. I think that's going to run from 6 to 7 at the library. And
what day is that?
Wednesday night.
Okay, Wednesday.
December 6th.
Okay.
So we're hoping that people come out for that and support the Dalton Library. It's another great asset and a great community that we have.
Rob's doing a great job.
He is doing a great job.
Fantastic.
And I volunteered to go in and read a Christmas book, but he had too many volunteers already, so I'm out.
That's a nice thing about Dalton.
It is. A lot of great volunteer support.
Yeah.
I had a great pop-up book all planned, because not a lot of reading and mostly pop-ups, but I guess I'm out. December 9th, Light Up the Holidays from 5 to 8. If you're not familiar with it, we're starting at Depot Street with Santa Claus getting on his float, visiting with kids, and they'll be making stops from 5 to 8 all along Main Street. The program is going to be on Dalton Community Cable, so look for it. If not, it's in flyers around the community. And it's going to be in a really cool pull-out flyer in Sunday's Berkshire Eagle.
Okay.
So that should be interesting. And it lists all of the different participants, which are being organized by Brian Rebuse at Wacona and Andy Garcia at Nessicus. So we've got tons of music, choral opportunities all along Main Street, showcasing all of our kids. So it should be a lot of fun. We also have some different balloon artists out there, some clowns who are going to do some special balloons for kids. So check the program, find out where they are, and get out and see that. And that'll be a lot of fun. And the whole evening culminates.
Can I put a plug in for the CRA events?
I'm just about to get there, Allison. You're pushing me. Back off. So now, Allison, it culminates in the evening, ending at the Dalton CRA. Go ahead, Allison.
All right. Well, we'll have 2 flights up. Are you familiar with them?
Yes.
So they are in the Union Block upstairs, and they have like line dancing and that type of thing.
Yeah.
So they're going to be performing at 5:15 at the CRA in the gym. And then around 5:45, we'll be doing the gym dedication. We have, the CRA has recently done over the gymnasium. I don't know if you're aware.
Very much aware, Allison. I think it's a great thing. I remember when the original floor got put down.
Yeah.
Oh, am I aging myself?
Yes, you are. But so we have a new gym. It looks new to me. The bricks have all been cleaned. The walls have been freshly painted. We have new hoops up. The floor is just amazing. We have a brand new floor, new lines. It just looks like a completely new facility.
That's exciting.
And so we're going to do a dedication there at 5:45 on Saturday night. And then at 6 o'clock, the Dalton Ballet Studio will perform. They've been doing that for many years, and it's wonderful. They do a fantastic program. Michelle Noel Furlong heads that up, and she does a fantastic job. So they'll be performing. They usually perform, 6 to 6:30, 5:45. Out on the steps, we'll have music, like you mentioned, from the schools. We're not ever sure exactly who's going to come because they've got so many students. Usually we end up with the high school students at some point or another. We'll also have the Tuponces providing music outside before the bands start. So Ryan and Kristen Tuponce. So there's a lot going on at the CRA.
Well, that's always a great night. We close off Main Street at the end so that people can gather at the CRA and at the Union Block and visit with Santa. And it's always a special night. And I saw, don't you this year have a new gazebo that's got some decorations going on out there too?
Yeah, we do. A brand new gazebo. It's not even quite done yet. We're still putting up some of the railing around the exterior, but it's a project that the W. Murray Crane trustees funded. It is right in the center of the memorial lawn, and it'll be able to be used by the public. Not so much in this weather, yeah. But in the spring, summer, and fall, we hope to have a lot of bands out there, and people just, it's chilly, isn't it? Yeah, we'll be using it for a variety of different things, and we hope that the whole community will be able to enjoy it.
Well, so. I know from being one of the organizers of the summer farmers market that we do on the lawn this year that you guys sponsored, which was great. I know that gazebo is going to be a great spot for entertainment this year, and I think we're going to revamp what we're doing and really get excited about next year's opportunity. So the way the memorial's lined up and the gazebo, I think we're going to have a lot of fun next year. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah. So after the evening ends at the CRA 5 to 8, I know Steve Sears has got a concert lined up over at the Stationery Factory. He's got Xavier playing, which is...
Who are they?
Well, Xavier was a project Gabe Guthrie put together and had some good local musicians. Randy Cormier's in the mix with that. And if you want to rock the house on that Saturday night after the CRA event, please come out and show some community support. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. Those guys can play.
Excellent.
So that's a fun.
Sounds like fun.
Fun end to the evening.
Yeah.
But the weekend doesn't end, Allison. Sunday, right. You've already told us about the Santa Claus visit, which is going to be a very fun time from 12 to 3. But also the Mary Verdi Christmas show this year is going to be at St. Agnes Church. And that's going to be at 2 o'clock at St. Agnes, and Mary's got some special guests. It's a little bit more scaled down from what we did last year at Wacona Regional High School. But Mary puts her heart and soul into it, and I'm quite certain that they're going to put together a great show. So again, if you get to visit Santa Claus from 12 to 2, and then scoot over to St. Agnes maybe at 2 o'clock for a nice show, I think you'll find it's really a rewarding show. So that would wind up our week's festivities.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
I hope it's a lot of fun. I hope people think that it really gives Dalton a special soulful feel around the holidays. I notice a lot of families get together around that time just to come and celebrate and bask in the warmth of this community. And it's always been a great community for family and school. And I hope people take advantage of this. And if they really like what they're doing and seeing, please, don't be afraid to walk up and help participate in some fashion, whether it be volunteering or monetary donations.
There are boxes all around the community right there where people can make a donation if they want.
There absolutely are, and I think that the more that we get, we actually donate quite a bit of money back to the schools. So that's why the bands and the choral groups participate, because we help fund their yearly budgets, and this is a showcase for us to go out and show them in the community. So if you really like it, then please feel free to help us out in any fashion, because the more monies we have, the more we put right back into the show.
Right. The CRA also has some volunteers helping out our Leaders Club program, and that's for middle school and high school kids, and they volunteer as the elves, both on Saturday night and on Sunday. And then, in turn, you guys turn around and make a donation to the Leaders Club program, which helps support it. And it's a really important program, and we really appreciate your support for that.
Well, we've always been big supporters of programs in Dalton, and the group of people who first came together to do the Light Up the Holidays was actually a business group who wanted to find a way to help promote things in Dalton. Which is actually a good segue, Allison, into why this year we are partnering with Grow Dalton. Grow Dalton is a group that came together from not just business people, but they're civic-minded people in the community. And our goal was to grow Dalton, and that is through promoting Dalton in people's eyes within our community. How do you live in Dalton and go out and work somewhere and say, hey, what about Dalton?
Right.
And people outside of Dalton to look into our community and say, hey, you've got a lot of interesting things going on, and we're very much interested in your community. Whether you say, I'd like to move to Dalton, or school in Dalton, or recreate in Dalton, the CRA, or businesses shop here. So Grow Dalton came together for that end, and we set up as a 501c3 nonprofit organization. And the Light Up the Holidays group for the first time was joining Grow Dalton, because now donations to Light Up the Holidays made through the Grow Dalton group are tax deductible.
Nice.
So when we made out a check to Grow Dalton, but in the memo you just write in Light Up the Holidays, and the money goes into their own personal account, which is being overseen by Sue Vijan, who is our treasurer, and that way there, each group that's involved with Grow Dalton, whether it be the Appalachian Trail Group or the 413 Heart Group or the Farmers Market, and now Light Up the Holidays, has their own monies that can be used. And the best thing is, if you're donating, it's tax deductible.
Right.
So that's why we partnered with Grow Dalton. And I'd love to come back at some time with our board, because you're on the Grow Dalton group with us, Allison.
I am.
And I'd love to get the group to come in and kind of explain more to people what Grow Dalton is, what our mission is, how we like to go about achieving it. And I know one thing we wanted to put a shout out to is we need to get better communication in the community through Grow Dalton. And that would be, I think, our biggest #1 issue for next year is a website that is not a Town of Dalton official town government website,
right,
but a website that would be open to the community to put, say, a community calendar on,
Yeah, that'd be
which
nice.
is sorely needed.
Yeah.
And get information. Groups can put information about meetings and whatever it is they're doing. So our big focus next year is on getting a website up and running and be able to organize that, and then drive people from the different multimedia opportunities such as Facebook or Twitter, and get them to a website and give them more information. So if you're interested and you have some time and the opportunity, give us a call, stop and visit, but we really
Right.
want to get that done so that next year our schedule is on a website and we can promote various opportunities.
Right, right.
So that's part of our Grow
So
Dalton.
if people want to get involved in Grow Dalton, how should they do that?
Well,
Should they contact you?
they can contact me at
Go
Kelly's
to
Package
Kelly's?
Store. Yep, they can contact, email John at kelly'spackagestore.com. Or if they're in the Sierra visiting and they happen to see Allison, what can I do? Or the door's always open at the stationery factory. Pop your head in there, look around, and
Right.
yell.
It's an amazing facility.
Oh, it's crazy. Yell
I
for
love
Steve.
Yeah.
Get involved if you can, because it's our community, and the more that we get involved and are able to grow Dalton, the better off this community will be. Also, I'd like to, before we wrap things up here, I'd love to put a shout out to a family who was in Dalton for many years. They're no longer living in Dalton, but I had a chance to coach a young man in a couple different sports who just met a very untimely death, and that would be Lieutenant Steve Combs, who I have very fond memories of. I think a lot of people in Dalton do. But I was brought together with him through Dalton CRA programs.
Right.
There was a great youth soccer program, and those of you looking at this going, John Kelly in youth soccer, but I took tutelage from Johnny Kovacs about coaching kindergarten kids until such time as I was over in football when they had a need. But Stephen played soccer. Stephen was on our Little League VFW team. Jim Walton and I coached, and a great young man, and he went on to a nice Navy career. And due to his actions in a plane wreck, he was able to bring his plane down and save 8 people around his plane. And I just want to give that shout out that may be gone to us, but he'll never be forgotten. I'll always think of him, and I hope people in the community who have that remembrance do also. And I hope their family is dealing with this, and it's a tough time of year around the holidays to do that.
Right, yeah. So we're all thinking of them and really appreciate the ultimate sacrifice.
Yep, it was amazing. Well, Allison, do you have anything else you want to add? But because it's getting really cold in here, and before the snow really piles up, we have to shovel our way out. Do you have anything else that you want to?
I just want to encourage everyone to come to Light Up the Holidays. It's a really fun family event. There's something for everyone, and there's nothing I love more than closing ceremony on the steps of the CRA. We've got the big tree. You've got the countdown, Santa, the elves. The whole area is blocked off. There's fire truck, police cars, Santa comes down in his sleigh, the bells are ringing, the music's playing. It's just a really nice kickoff, I think, to the holiday season. We have the countdown, we turn on the tree lights, and it's a nice time for the family.
It's a great time for the family. I see so many happy people up and down Main Street with their young kids. And I also want to thank every single group and individual that helps pull this off.
Yes.
There are so many people in this community and groups that we used to have a list on the back of our program. We couldn't put them all on there.
Yeah.
And it's extensive, and I just want to thank each group to do that. You end up being somewhat anonymous in doing that, but I hope you take a very warm feeling in the fact that this community really puts the best foot forward, and because of their stepping up and helping us pull this together, it's always a great event. So thank you to all those groups who do that. We're just sitting in the front here promoting it, but there's so many people do all the work.
That's right.
And we really appreciate that. And sponsors too.
Right.
So it's a really cool thing. I got nothing left.
I'm good.
Okay, I think it should be exciting. Please come out and share the love and revel in Dalton.
Yes.
Thanks, Allison.
All right. Thank you, John.
All right.